Well, we all need and want money, right? Mark Lamkin, the financial expert, is in this morning to take a look at what's been happening with the stock market over the last couple of weeks and tell us what kind of moves we need to make to protect what wealth we have, because people are getting a little afraid that we've got this double dip coming and that this is going to be bad.
That's right, 5 weeks. If this week is negative for the 6th week, it'll be the first time since 2002 stocks have been on a 6-week losing skid.
Ooh, and
yes.
that was, right after 9/11, and we had some market issues then. I mean, that's when stocks took a huge tumble.
Right.
So what do you think? Long term, before we get into the steps that we can take, what are we looking at here? Are we a long way from getting out of this slump?
I think it's slow grind, but think about this year. We've had the third largest economy, the earthquake, tsunami. We've had the Europe debt fears, the U.S. debt fears, Middle East revolution, oil shocks. I mean, you name it,
yeah,
we've had it, right?
It's quite a list.
But the market's still positive. But right now, we've had some soft spots in the economy, and I'm not so sure if we're going to Great Recession 2 or if it's just a soft spot. My hunch is this is going to pass, but in the meantime, we need to sell stocks right now.
Okay, so when you're looking at your own portfolio, is this something you need to do on your own, or do you need to seek out some expert advice before you just go crazy and start selling?
I'm always going to say talk to your financial planner first, because what I'm about to tell you may not be exactly for you. But right now, I want you to take about 50%. That's a big move. About 50% of your 401k and go into protection. I think stable value would be the way to go. But I think I don't want you to use money markets or just normal bonds. In the 401k plans, you have a stable value that's generally 2, 3, 4%. It's going to be safer and going to give you a higher yield than some of these high yield bonds or something that's out there that may be a little bit risky right now.
You can always get back into those stocks, especially if you're younger. You have a lot more time to play with, but at least this way you're protecting what you have.
And I want you to be able to make sure that you can move in and out of that stable value fund, that if you move in there that you're not stuck. So make sure you consult that advisor first before you do that. But lightening up that stock position, going into stable value. And if you don't know where to start, I want you to think about your emerging markets. I want you to think about your most riskiest assets. So emerging markets or small cap technology or something out there that typically has a lot of volatility to it. I want you to lighten up the risk right now, because I think these reports are going to get better, but in case they don't, we're going to be able to make some moves back into those stocks later on.
Yeah, the news on hiring has not been good in the last week or so. The news on the housing market has been dreadful.
Right.
And all those things are going to have to start turning around eventually, or we're really in trouble, aren't we?
The good news is last month we only created about 80,000 jobs, but the last maybe 6, 8 months we've averaged about 200,000 jobs. The S&P 500 is near record earnings, and we'll probably continue to grow those earnings. We got low interest rates, ex-food and energy, low inflation. So we do have some positive in the market. I'm not hitting the panic button, and I'm telling folks, don't. The sky's not falling, but 40, 50% of that account, let's monitor these trends. When those trends reverse, we'll talk about it again where you can go back in. But play it safe right now.
Yeah, don't sit and do nothing.
That's right. Be safe than sorry right now, and we'll have some powder dry for another day to fire later.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much, Mark. If you would like some financial advice from Mark Lamkin, you can find him at numerous offices across the community. He's got one down in the Fern Creek area and at Brownsboro Park Boulevard, up there near Brownsboro Road and the Watterson Expressway. His phone number is right there on the screen, 961-6550. And we have all of his information on our website as well, fox41.com. Thank you, Mark.